Twitter, what is going on? I hope this video finds you well. I was just finishing up voice chat with the team today, and I was talking to them about position sizing and being able to take emotions out of trading. Without a doubt, one of the most common questions I get is, how do I take the emotions out of trading? How do I make business decisions, not emotional ones? Because that's what you have to do if you want to survive long term in the market, is you have to be able to make focused business decisions. And a little trick, if you will, that I talked to them about, and a lot of people said, yo, I really like that analogy, so I thought I would give it to you guys as well, because I want everybody to be able to succeed when it comes to the market, is a great way to take the emotion out of trading is picturing if you had a close friend or family member that came and talked to you about one of your positions. What would be the advice that you would give to them? If you had a close friend that came up and said, hey, fill in the blank, Billy, I've got this Tesla position. Here's where it's at. Here's what I'm thinking. What do you think about it? If you were to tell your friend, like, dude, I don't know about that. That's kind of a shaky position with where the market is, because we're in a very choppy time right now. I mean, the reality is, since the end of July, we really haven't gone anywhere. So it's been very choppy. It's been very volatile. We've had lots of gap ups, gap downs. So if a friend came to you and trusted you to give them your best advice on their situation, if you would tell that friend, hey, I don't think that's a great position for you to be in, there's a lot of risk on the table, I would look at either de-risking it or at least raising some cash off of it, then that's probably what you should do in that situation. So for instance, I'll use myself as an example. So I had some Tesla 340 calls today, and while Tesla was running and it was making a nice base up above 340, I'll be honest, I'd already taken some profit on the 340s that I already had, but I almost bought more. I almost went and got 350 calls for like 2-3 weeks out while it was basing above 340. And I just kept coming back to like, no, I don't think it's right now. I think I'm happy where I'm at with the calls that I've already done, with the profits that I've already taken. I'm happier where I'm at right now than I would be if I take those 350 calls. So it'd be like if a buddy came up to me and was like, hey, Colin, Tesla's above 350. I already did great with 340 calls, but I'm thinking about 350s for 2 weeks out. I would look at it and go, that might be being a little greedy. Like, we're up here at a lot of resistance. I would say enjoy your profits, take your wins for today, and let's just kind of wait and see, and can we actually get through the resistance? And so those are kind of like the conversations that I have with myself during the trading day, because we all have that impulsive nature of whether it be, typically it's greed, right? If we're being honest with each other, of going like, well, yeah, I've already made a lot, but it's running good and I want more. Like, I want to squeeze every little nickel, every little dollar that I possibly can out of it. And that is a very normal and natural thing for all of us to feel in the stock market. And the sooner you come to grips with that and realize that that's just a natural part of who we all are, you'll find more success when you start stepping back and saying, what would I advise somebody else to do? If it was a good friend, or family member, anything along those lines. And because what it does is it helps you take the emotion out of the situation. And that's just a huge pitfall that all of us have. We all are emotional creatures to a certain extent, and it's all about being able to control that is how we survive in the long term. If you give in to every emotional response that the market gives you, good, bad, or ugly, you just won't make it for the long term. So that's where I always say you got to make those business decisions and not those emotional ones, because the market is designed to pull emotions out of us, because we're all emotionally attached to our money, and that's perfectly normal and natural. So you just got to make sure that you have a position size that you care about the money, but not that you're so emotionally attached that you always start negotiating with yourself. Like, oh, it's going to go back up. I know it. And the reality is you just have to make the best decision at that time with the information that you have available, because you're going to cut some trades that are moving against you at that time. You're going to cut some trades and then they're going to absolutely go in your favor. But I've been doing this long enough to know that I've never looked back on a trade and been mad at myself for showing focus and discipline and making business decisions and not emotional ones. So I hope that's helpful to you. Start analyzing your positions. Is whether it's a complete stranger or a friend or a family member, it doesn't matter how you have to picture it, but just say, if somebody came to me and said, hey, this is the position that I'm in, what would you do? Whatever your answer would be is more than likely what you should do. Would you tell that person, oh, you should full port and triple down on it because it's going to the moon for sure? I think if you're being honest with yourself, that's not the advice you'd be willing to give the most. You say, well, you know, it lost this level, and at that level is kind of where the stock looks pretty weak. So I wouldn't want to be long on a stock that just lost a key level of support. So that means I probably need to cut that position even if you were trying to long it. Just understand you're going to have mistakes, you're going to have failures, but being focused, disciplined, and taking emotions out of your trading is how you survive and how you win in the long term, because that is the goal for all of us. So I hope this was helpful to you. Much love. Have a wonderful week. See you soon.